Hello everybody, how are you? It's Finnabair here. I'm in my studio and I'm ready for winter 2021 release and celebration. So join me and let your friends know that we are starting. So I hope that you will share it in other groups as well. It will be great if you can share it on your Facebook walls, if you can share it in Finnabair and Friends Open Studio group, if you can share it in my Art Collective Patrons group. Hello Jill, hello Alexandra. Wow, people are joining very, very quickly. Hello Nuneka. This is the moment to spread the word that we are starting so everybody can join and watch and ask questions. Hopefully this is going to be fun because I can't wait. This is great release, and Sharon is coming here as well. She's going to be answering some of your questions, and I will set up another screen here as well so I can see your comments and questions while I'll be streaming for you, showing all the new products. Hello to my patrons, hello to my design team, hello to my fellow shop owners. I can see a lot of people joining. Hello Anad, good to see you. Hello Sharon, Sharon is here as well. So now if you can spread the word so we can start, and please sit back and relax because we have a lot of products to show you. Hello Becky, I'm checking the screen now, so if I can see the post, because sometimes it is, yep. Okay, I can watch myself on another screen. I always steal my husband's phone for that purpose, so I can see the comments on the other angle as well. So I'm absolutely happy to be here with you. I know Sharon and these Prima design team members, they were here earlier showing the new Prima collections, and that's another wonderful release. I know Frank was showing his collections as well, and it was suggested that it will be better if I will do my line separately because it's quite a lot and it's not exactly papercraft, so it was good to thank you Blanche. It's good to separate. So we are here today, and I'm in my studio in Galway. Hello to Poland, hello to every country. And I'm going to take you for a short trip on Winter 2021 tour. And because we have 45 elements, like 45 new products, it's really a lot. But they are grouped in really nice collections, so I hope that every person will find something for them. And of course, tonight, so just after this show, there should be blog post with part 1 of the release visible on Finnabair website. We divided that into 2 posts because it was a lot. So today it's all about colored products, and tomorrow there will be molds and embellishments. So you can check them on the pictures, and I'm going to post the stories, and it's going to go on Instagram. But these 2 blog posts are going to be good because you will see all the colors in one place next to each other. Then product numbers as well, so this information will be really important for the retailers if they would like to make sure exactly which products they are looking for. And today part 1, probably just straight after this show it should be up, and then tomorrow we are going to post part number 2, so embellishments and molds and chipboards. So that is help for all of you. If you'd like to pin it on your Pinterest page, you're more than welcome. You can share all these graphics that we are posting now with your friends and with your customers as well. So don't be shy. These images are for you to help. You can share them, you can use them. This is something that we created to help you promote and understand. So I think we are going to start. Is there anything Sharon would like to add? Because I know she is working hard today. It's a lot of excitement and a lot of emotions. And I think this is really great that no matter the situation, we still are able to see each other and talk about new releases. And also, of course, please expect in the coming days, there will be a lot of samples posted, and we will start rolling with the tutorials as well on different products. So now in the next months, my design team has beautiful projects already. I will be posting as well. I'm starting and kicking off with live class for my patrons tomorrow. So it's going to be very, very straightforward. And on Monday, we are going to have a little Zoom party with me and my design team members. And we're going to show you our favorite products from this release. And also we're going to share some samples we made. So you will be able to see how they work. So it's going to be done through Zoom party. And we will see some of my design team members together with me. And Sharon, of course, as our wonderful host, she's going to take care of it as well. So now share this live stream wherever you can, and if you can post it in other groups, that will be lovely. Post it on your pages. If you are a retailer, please do so. This is absolutely okay to do it. It's great to help with the promotions. And I think we are going to start with some of the embellishments, because that is going to be kind of logical order, I think. So let me let me show you what is first. I'm going to flip the camera on the table, of course, so you can see everything better. But in this release, we have 3 groups of embellishments. We have new mechanicals, we have molds, and I know that you are very waiting to see the new molds, and that is quite a big release, and I will explain why it is this way. And then we've got some add-ons for our daily collection, so people who love vintage and some cute clips, you should be more than happy. And finally, we've got something new. We've got chipboards. I made my first chipboards ever, and I will show you how they look like, and I will tell you the quality is the same as the Prima chipboards that were released before. Very nice paper. So let's have a look. And I think we are going to start with Art Daily Collection. So beautiful clips, and I have them unpacked as well, so you don't have to worry. Now, don't get seasick for a moment. Perfect. Oops. Yeah. That should be working pretty nicely. And Art Daily, if you are interested in different collections I created, this is a collection which is typically focusing on art journaling, and there are some add-ons that are going to make your life a little bit sweeter when you're an art journaler. And these ones are the new clips that I released together with 2 special journaling pads. These are pads that are volume, and they're 4 by 7 inches, I think. I will double check because I'm not good in measuring. Kocor, możesz mi podać linijkę szybko? I'm not good in inches, but I have a ruler with inches. So to make it clear, yeah, it's 4.5. See, 4.5 to 7 inches, and these are equal to 11.5 to almost 18 centimeters. And they have 32 sheets and 8 different designs. And if you're going to see, they have 2 colors inside. That means the designs are double. So there are 2 pages in pearl color, and then the same 2 pages will be also repeated in golden color. And what I did, I collected selection of backgrounds and elements you may want to cut and add to your projects, to your backgrounds, but also as elements. And this is metallic volume, semi-transparent, and they are going to be nice add-ons. So you've got some pages which are similar to old advertisement. There will be images that you know from my stamp collections as well, so you can use them for these images, for this kind of purpose. And there are also some images that are almost like old photos. And of course, I wanted to make it cool, so we have 2 colors. So you have almost like sepia gold, but it also is metallic. Hopefully you can see that. So we repeat the same. And this is Vintage Stories set, a little bit more romantic with some butterflies and the birds. And then the second set is called Beyond Science, and this is a little bit more technical. And this is filled with the same concept of the pages, but slightly different selections. So there will be some pages with people, of course, but there will be also more steampunk machines, and some calendars in different languages, and there will be some lovely receipts as well. And all of these, I just maybe show you on the piece of paper. I have newspaper. They are transparent, so you can see through if you're going to add something under. If you layer, you're going to see through this paper. And the same happens for the gold. So this is not just pearl white, but this sepia, I'm just going to pick the page that has a little bit more of the white. Oh, you can see the text through the paper. So that is something which is like slightly metallic sepia and pearl white vellum paper. And I was checking, of course, and I took old book and I was sticking that on the top so you can see the text through it. I just used soft gel medium and I dried it, so yeah, you can see after gluing as well. So that is first add-on to our daily collection. And then the second, more metal. They are very cute rusty clips, 6 in the package, and the word on them is inspire. So they are really, really cool for holding your pages in place. So they are going to be really nice to just add somewhere for just simply, I lost the word, for comfort of your work, and to attach, you know, the elements to your projects as well. But I really use them to hold the pages in the position when I work. So 6 of them in the package, rusty paper clips, inspire, super, super cute. And they're something for people who love vintage. Again, I looked for popular, beautiful Victorian designs, and we've got these antique paper clips in patina and rust. Again, they are clips which are made to hold the things in place. Just beautiful objects that you can, of course, alter, but you can keep them as they are. You can put them as beautiful holding elements on the project, or you can just keep them as I keep my other ones and use them for helping when you are doing some kind of work. And the second, this one is ornate paper clips, again based on the vintage design. This one is a little bit more fancy because it has little gems on the top as well. And these ones have word art on the top. So of course they should be perfect for any kind of artwork. Flat on the back. These are not flat. They are two sides the same, while these ones are flat on the back, and they have gemstones on the top. So you can see the size on my hand. They're quite large and very, very sturdy, good quality metal. So these are new items for our daily collection. Something for people who love books and art journaling. And also the tiny ones, like everybody needs that, I think. I always look for the clips of different kinds because they are so useful. And I really used a lot of them in my projects. So when we are with the metals, I will show you new mechanicals as well. This time we have 6 packages of mechanicals and, oh, sorry, 2 boards in a moment. I was too quick. 6 packages of mechanicals, and I have them unpacked, so I will show you some of the items. So there's a set of dragonflies. Again, this time I decided to go with rusty and patina because it's a really unique look that we have. And a dragonflies package of 8 metal. Then of course everybody needs a little bit more of the gears, so we have 9 gears in the packaging, new designs. I hope you like them because I think these ones are super cute. And this is big element from the farm machine, absolutely amazing. And then we have florals. So we have 3 sets of flowers. 2 of them are inspired by succulents and deserts. They are large flowers and they have patina and rusty finish. They are very dimensional. Look at these ones. They have so much of the elements you can use. You can use them as they are, or you can use them in separate parts if you want to break them like I do. And in each packaging there is 8 of them. And of course, patina and rusty finish. So grungy succulents and desert flowers. Very dimensional and large mechanical flowers. And the third one in antique silver and antique gold, we've got metal blooms. What I love especially about these ones, they are a little bit wonky. They are not perfectly geometrical. They are a little bit different. So they have their unique style and some great character as well. So I have them here unpacked so you can see on my hand. Look at the size of this one. This is the largest size of this embellishment with so many layers. And then some other flowers. They have really a lot of elements. They were built from multiple separate flowers, so you can use them as they are, or if you break them, you can make your own style as well. You can see the finish. So there is a lot of good stuff in these packages. I'm trying to find some of these which are just metallic. Antique copper, antique gold, antique silver. So we had some flowers before in the releases. I absolutely love lotus flowers, which are now out of stock, and I'm waiting for them to be released, but they're not so easy to make. So in the meantime, we have nice group of larger flowers. And now to show you the size of the dragonflies as well. They are very thin, easy to bend, so you can easily make the combination of the dragonfly sitting on the flower if you like. And they also come in rust and in patina finish. So that is first part of the selection. The gears are here. as well. And then from botanical elements, the last item there, the monstera leaves. So these are a little bit more tropical leaves. Again, 8 elements in rusty finish in the packaging. And to show you the quality, they're absolutely lovely, large leaves. These are the bigger ones, and now I'm showing you smaller ones as well. So I was trying to, again, to do something versatile, something that was on my wish list. These are not all the items I had on my mind. Some of them are still in progress because we were looking for the perfect solution. I didn't really like what we got. So I hope in the close future you will see more of the mechanicals as well. So monstera leaves, and they will be so good to combine with some of these florals, of course. So you can make mechanical metal compositions, and you can use it for jewelry, you can use it for decoration, for all that compositions that we usually do. And of course everything has a lovely rust and patina finish. So this is group number 2, the mechanicals. 8 packages total. Packages are minimum plastic. This was what I was trying to do, and we only have paper and a little bit of the plastic bag. There is no blister. We try to go away from the blisters. So these ones, even the very dimensional ones, they're all packed in the plastic bag only. So we try to minimize the impact on the environment. I think this is very important. If we can, why not doing it? Not every packaging is possible to do this way, but we only have this solution here, and it worked for that collection. So 8 of the mechanicals. And now something new, and this is something that I was really a bit worried about because it was my first time. And these are chipboards. Oh, there's a glare here, so hopefully you can see. Sets of chipboards. Prima started releasing beautiful romantic chipboards already, and of course I wanted to make my chipboards a little bit more grungy and a little bit more Finnabair style. So I decided I will try to combine the look of the flowers and the look of the cogs. So each ones, they have flowery and mechanical elements. So there will be some flowery element, and there will be some cogs to go with that, because we always need a lot of gears and cogs. This is a set which is called Steampunk Flowers, and to give you the idea about the size, it is 8 by 5 inches, 8 by 5 inches, and that is equal to 12.5 to 20 centimeters. So these are the first ones. I will show you some of them unpacked in a moment, of course. Then there is machine floral decors, and these are again flowers with cogs together, the same size. So 8 inches by, oh my god, I keep forgetting inches, by 5. So that is the second set. And then set number 3, steampunk blooms with a little bit more like bindweed design, and a lot of single leaves as well, and some cogs. 14 pieces, 7 pieces, 13 pieces in the smaller sets. And there are 3 larger sets as well. And they are 20 by 20 centimeters, which is 8 by 8 inches. 8 by 8, which is 20 by 20 centimeters. And steampunk wreath. I always have a problem with that word. and they are round elements. I have them unpacked. I will show you one of them. And again, there will be some single cogs as well. Then there is set which is called Mechanical Flourishes, and there are 2 bouquets of flowers together with the large cogs and some extra leaves and cogs as well. So you can build the whole composition out of that. And finally, I think this is my favorite because it's not really a flower. It is a mechanical thistle. And the thistles, again, the same combination. We have 3 thistles, one here, and one here. And some people say it's not thistle, it's an artichoke, but I really believe this is a thistle. And they are also in size 8 by 8 inches. And they are in lovely thick chipboard. I will show you the quality of it and the product because I have some of them unpacked. So you will be able to see what is in the packaging, and hopefully no glare this time. Oh, come on. So this is one of the thistles, and it's quite thick, light brown chipboard, laser cut, and it's easy for to use with paints, with inks, and sprays. Of course, you can use almost anything on it, including embossing. And this is very ready to paint. You don't really have to do anything because it's matte finish. And of course, you can combine that with more of the mechanical elements, or you can just use them for something else. The large thistle, like this. So you can see I was trying to make it really fancy. So it is really hard to figure out first time how thick you can go and how the lines are going to look like when you do it. But I'm really pleasantly surprised that it is awesome. In my personal opinion, like, this is my favorite. Scottish steampunk lady, I have to have these. Yes, Louise, unfortunately, I think so. And yeah, and I unpacked this wreath. So it's like almost full wreath based on the big cog, and then some more delicate leaves going around. This is the larger one, and in the same set you have similar but smaller, so they go together, and then some singles, single gears as well. And this is the smaller thistle. So this is the quality of the chipboard that we've got in this release. 6 smaller ones and 6 larger ones, laser cut chipboard in really nice quality. Prima has their own, a little bit more romantic designs, and they also have beautiful text, so you can look into them and they're going to be a perfect match. I have to put them in the packaging because I want to use them in the close future for making samples. And some of you know already that in my house there is a little monster trying to chew and eat and swallow everything, so I have to keep it away. Okay, so we went through the embellishments. Have you got any questions for these? Because I was showing you mechanicals, art daily, and chipboards. This is something new. There were never Finnabair chipboards before, so now they are, and I would like to know what you think about them. Because this is something something completely new for me. I put them in a safe place. I'm not worried about mechanicals. I'm worried about chipboards. Yeah, sweet guy. He is nearby. He was chewing the little stick moments ago. I'm really excited, and I can't wait to show you how they were, how they are going to be used and how they were used by my design team already. And I know there is something that a lot of people's waiting for. No questions, but they want them all. Okay. So the molds, you would like to see the molds as well. Oh, you love the chipboard. Thank you, Donna. No, I didn't show the molds yet. I'm going to show them now. Thank you so much, guys. So let's have a look. I have a lot of molds, but they are in 2 sizes, and I have some elements done with them already. So I will try to show you some of the resin elements as well. I try not to mix up the bags, okay? So we have molds. And I made molds because, of course, it was time for the molds, but I made them in 2 sizes this time because there was a suggestion that for home decor, it's great if there are some larger items as well. So there are 5 of the molds with the larger designs, and there are 5 with smaller. So you can pick what the size is right for you. And of course, not all of them are repeating. So there will be really cool options to pick from. So maybe let's start with the smaller ones. And this first set is called Wings and Bones. And I will try to... this one. And I have a lot of elements here as well. Wings and Bones, it is something that I was personally missing on the market. So something more gothic, something more a little bit for Halloween, something that we can add for this darker and more dramatic projects. We have also great demand for the masculine projects, and these are kind of response to that. I think it's nice mix. I will show you the sizes here. So this is the wing, the bat wing that I made coming out of this mold. So the bat wings will be like this on my hand. And the largest skull coming out of this mold is going to be like this. So this is the one coming out of here. Of course, you can combine them. So these are going to be really nice details. And there are, of course, smaller ones as well. So the smaller ones are going to be really, really tiny comparing to the big one, right? So you have great variations of the sizes. And there are also profile skulls. So you can use them for other projects when you need a profile. So that would be this one. And there will be this large one, right? So you can see what range we are talking about. You can see on my hand something which is as packed as possible. The second element in here, they are the bird skulls in 2 sizes. This is tiny bird skull. And they come from 2 different birds. One is more slim head and one is more round. So I'm looking for the bigger and smaller. And I have bigger and I have smaller. This resin was too quick. Come on. Oh. So we have some bird skulls as well. This is something I really was missing. And of course the eye here is just extra resin. So that goes really nicely with the smaller size of the bat wings as well. So they are here. They don't have to be bat, they can be dragon wings as well, right? So, And finally, to go with that, we've got bones. Because maybe we need some bones for the Halloween or some kind of spooky projects or something a little bit more like metal. So I'm trying to show you the smallest bone. That will be the tiny bone. And these will be the biggest ones. Right? So, you know, pirates and all of that stuff that comes to your mind when you think about adventure and ghosts and all these darker and heavier topics. And I think that was something that I was personally missing. So this set is the small set, and it is called Wings and Bones, and this is the usual Prima mold size, so it's 5 by 8 inches, I think. Yeah, 5 by 8. Oh, you want Celtic next? I'm here listening. I'm listening. I will try to see if I can come with something. So these are really cool. The next ones is something that I wanted to have for my personal reasons. I really need some focal points for my projects. And which band are they? Tu w kocoru nie została tam gdzieś na stole jedna torebka z tymi? Z moldami? Okay, I will look in a moment. Let's look at these ones first because I can't. Vintage portraits. I found the previous one. So there are two sets of the elements with the faces, and one of them is called Vintage Portraits and slightly more romantic. There will be female and male faces based on the sculptures or architectural details, but also they're cameos. So they come in different sizes as well. And just to show you the examples, this is one of the faces coming out of that mold. This is more masculine face. This one is sleeping, in fact. I think it's really cool. I think I used the big lady from here already, but I have her smaller version. She's got slightly closed eyes as well. So that would be this size. We have a lot of nice sizes and of faces here, so you can use that for different kind of projects depending on the sizes. And then cameos are based on the vintage buttons or plugs. So there is a girl looking sideways with a lot of hair, very Art Nouveau, and this one with beautiful flowers in her hair, also Art Nouveau button, I think. There was one button that I found, and they are the basis of the cameos here. So they come in several sizes. And to fill the empty spaces, there are also some smaller bits and pieces, such as little decors you can combine with that, of course. So this is more romantic set called Vintage Portraits. I think quite on point. So that is something you can use again with resin, with clay, with modeling material, whatever you prefer. And the second set of portraits, it's a little bit more funky and a little bit more edgy. And this is the one which I call Queens of Steam. And they are beautiful, architecturally inspired, a little bit Art Nouveau inspired faces. They are really the sculptures on the buildings, and I was able to redesign them into molds. And these ones look absolutely cool. So, and they come in two sizes as well. So this is the large face looking a little bit in Egyptian style. And she has a smaller sister. Amazing details on the head. The hat looks like something from Egypt. And a lot of lovely details as well. Then the next Queen of Steam is a little bit longer. She's got braids in her hair and a lot of amazing decors. Again, I would say there is a bit of steampunk feeling to it. Some people say it's more like from Giger's painting, but also you can say it is this kind of decor that is inspired by art for sure. So something a little bit more steampunk. And finally, this girl, she is probably the most romantic of them all. I think she looks a little bit Asian with her face. Maybe that's me, but I think she looks beautiful. Again, with the flowers and braids in her hair. And this one comes in 2 sizes as well. You can always compare to my hand. The details come beautifully out of these molds, so you don't have to worry about that. And I use the spaces in between to pack it with smaller cogs or rosettes, so you can use them for extra touches. So Pascal, this one is your favorite. I think they are cool. Like, I was so excited when I found these images. They are building decorations. Not exactly how they look like now, but you can see them in on some of the buildings, and I was able to change them a little bit, design them to look like how I wanted, and to turn them into mold design. So I think it's really, really cool. It's a little bit of art you can add to your project. So this is from the smaller collection. And then 2 very, I think, useful molds. First of all, the frames, grungy frames. So the mold completely packed with different shapes of frames. And I fill the empty spaces with the nail heads or the gears. There are some corners, there are some frames. Some of these are very delicate, like this one has very delicate detail, which is probably not going to work for every kind of material, but still it is nice little frame, and it was empty space anyway, so it's always worth a try. And then we've got corners with those delicate details and some other frames. So let me show you some elements from this one. Yeah, I was casting a lot. So this is the largest frame. Look at the size on my hand. This is the largest one, inspired by the vintage mirror, but with some grungy elements, some extra rosettes and some extra screw heads in it. So that would be going in here, this one. And then smaller ones, for example, this one with metal details. And this is the smaller version of the same one, the mirror. Then this is just like a simple frame made with metal, right? Again, a smaller size. You know, we always need elements in different shapes and sizes, so these are perfect for adding extras. And I try to fill the mold as much as I can, so there are no empty spaces, and designs may be used for different sizes of projects. So this is one of the corners. It came really nicely with resin. There's a cog. There's a smaller corner. Oh, here's a smaller corner from the same set. Thank you. Oh, you are so kind. I have a good day today. Well, my design team members got completely mad when they got these. And of course, I used the spaces to add some extras. So there are some mini cogs as well. So you can always add them, you know, when we pour the resin or we have a little bit of this clay left, instead of putting that back, we can just put it into those smaller bits and pieces. And this way we have more of the small elements ready. So this is what I do. And so I was thinking it's the best if we can use the mold as much as possible. And the last one is something I had on my wish list. And again, I was trying to go for 2 sizes on one mold. It's going to be rusty pipeline. So pipeline in big and small scale is a lot of fun. It's almost like Lego blocks construction. So the rusty pipeline, this is again for the smaller projects, but the big pipe parts, they are quite large. And then we have repeated the same elements in the smaller sizes as well. So there are thinner pipes and thicker pipes. There will be big faucets and there will be small faucets. So you can build your own pipeline in 2 sizes out of this one. And and I will show you some of these details. Oops, oh, I have to use the scissors. Oh, this one is better. No, it's not. Okay, so this is the faucet, which is coming from here probably. This would be the connector, one of these. And this is the large pipe. So you can imagine how they work together. Of course, it's going to work like this. So this is this one. This is the long pipe. And there are also some faucet knobs. So the tap knobs, so you can add extras on the pipes as well, because you know you never have enough, so they are coming in the bigger and smaller sizes. If you need a faucet, you can use one of these elements to create your own faucet like this, for example. Yeah, or this one. It's in we call it a knee. I have no idea how it's called in English, but you know, the pipe going sideways. This is the faucet, and of course the same elements come in mini size. I'll just try to find some of the minis. Oh, mini faucet. So this one, the top, and then there is mini connector. It's for the people who have patience. Mini connector like this. And of course mini pipes as well, right? So if you want to see how the sizes work with each other, they are like this. So you can build frames, you can build elements. It's really up to you. If you are going to use the connectors like that, you can create a frame, right? It's up to you, really. Now I need to find another connector. And you can, of course, just stick them with any glue you like, depending on which material you've got. And it's going to work with resin and it's going to work with clay. There are some delicate elements when it comes to faucets, so that you have to be careful with because they are so tiny. But you know, it's always possible to glue them even if something breaks. But we had great results using just simple 2-ingredient resin as well. So I'm just making makeshift frame quickly. Ta-da! Right? So that is one of the examples of what you can do if you want and play with these elements. Of course, there are also tiny faucet knobs, really small for that purpose. So this one is really like playing with the miniatures, and I've seen there's another set on the market where I think this is a British brand, I don't remember the name, and these pipes were larger. So they were, I think, more for cake decoration, when I was looking at these ones, I wanted to make it more for cards, smaller tags, and also the bigger set for bigger mixed media projects. So we have variations here. You can see somebody was very busy. So that mold is really packed with elements, and there is a lot of detail here. There are even numbers on these sides, and I'm quite proud. So that was the smaller range, smaller molds. And now I will show you the bigger ones. I just need to take a sip of tea. Okay, now the bigger ones. I was trying to make some molds for home decor range, so people can use them on furniture and home decor as well. So I decided to make some of the elements in larger scale. First of all, I made my some of my moons and stars in the larger scale, so they have a slightly different look. And they will be big enough to use as a decoration on the furniture. Look at these large moon faces. So they can be... oh, thank you. So they can be used for bigger projects. And of course, this moon now is really large. So that is the largest of this all. And the stars have different style as well. We have this style we had before, but also there are stars which are engraved, but I don't have them here yet. Oh, I have one. Look, there's like a double star. So that is a larger version of the stars and moons we had before, and it was made to fit into more home decor market or the large scale projects. And it is called Nocturnal Elements. So Nocturnal Elements, they have these stars, moons, faces here. Of course, the moons may be also sun. Well, a little bit afraid of this round face. Just don't look in her eyes, okay? Then we have larger schools. I knew there will be a demand for the larger schools, so I broke the small one into two bigger ones as well. So there is a large mold with skulls and bones, and there are human skulls here, and this one is birds and bats or dragon wings, a little bit different. In larger scale. So, pomóż mi. This one, similar elements but in larger sizes, right? So you can see some of these are smaller versions. So I have some of these here, so you can see the size on my hand. This is the large wing, right? So this is the large wing on my hand. That is for a big project. It may work really well on furniture. And these are the larger bird skulls on my hand. So they are, yeah, good focal point for the big project, or they are great as some home decor item. So that would be this one and this one, and the smaller ones as well. Yeah, this one and this one. So they are same idea, but just different scale for those people who need to have a little bit larger projects. And then of course the same story with the human skulls. This is the biggest size we have, and this is the biggest bone. No, this is this bone. The biggest bone we have is this one. So they are really, really big. If you need something for Halloween or for Gothic, they are going to work pretty well. Same design but larger. So depending on your project style, you will pick the size that is better for you, of course. So there are also medium sizes as well. So, you know, that's really cool for home decor, like the pirates and skeletons for Halloween, or ghosts, or some Gothic stories. These are two molds perfect for that, and they have really large elements. So skull and bones with the human version, and then these are the birds with the dragon wings, or bats, called birds and bats. I know this is not typically Prima, but this is my job to do the things which Prima is usually not going into, because I'm the edgy one. I'm the naughty one on the boat, so this is my part. Yeah, great for drawer pulls. That's right. Yeah, if the children play, yeah, if they are dressed up. This is what I was talking about. We need some more masculine elements as well, something more spooky and something a little bit more edgy, because there's certainly a group of people who will appreciate that. And even just, as you said, Halloween costumes, or the situation when we need to do something for our friend who is huge fan of, for example, Gothic music or books or heavy metal, and they don't really have that many elements that we can use. So this one is covering that. Like, I think that would do a good job for any kind of people who are a little bit more into those darker themes. And I know there was a need for that. Personally, I heard that many times, and this is also for myself. I just needed elements like that. Oddities, yeah, for heavy metal. And also for the same reason, I made 2 sets of the larger gears. So machine parts and large gears, there are 2 sets which are size of the home decor item. So you can use them as a base, or you can use them as an element for the large composition. This one is really big, and they have really nice design with a lot of details. And we had similar set before called Mechanica, and these were smaller sizes elements. So if you have that one, this is like extension to the line. You have more of the variation of the sizes, and let me show you the sizes of these. They are massive. So this is the largest gear in that set, coming from the mold called large gears. And to go with that, there is this gear as well. So that is going to be great start. And from that set, this is the largest on my hand, like that, right? So they are really good variation of the sizes. This is I used that design before, but much smaller. Now it's bigger. Then we have this one, and we have this one. And then, of course, to fill the empty spaces, there are some smaller ones as well, because we need that, but it's just extra large set of gears. This is something that, yeah, they are very big. So that's why I'm showing you on my hand, so you can compare the sizes. You can use them for background part of the composition, or they're going to be great on the large piece of furniture as well. If you want to decorate some big panel, for example, the front of the cupboard and make it steampunk, or you want to decorate the toolbox and you have, a lot of ideas, maybe some decoration for somebody's workshop. These will do as big elements. You can just use on the canvas or on the wooden panel, rust them, add some metals, and you're going to have a really cool piece of art you can give to somebody as a gift for decoration. Thank you. Yeah, looks like old rotary phone. Yeah, a bit. So these ones are the last molds I've got. So we have selection of the elements for some people who have smaller projects on their minds, and we also have the elements for people who want to go big. And this way you can, just not limit yourself to certain kind of projects. I know there was not a release from me from the molds for a long time, but now I have 10 of them, so I think you should be content for some time. But of course, this is not the last. I will gladly listen to your comments and suggestions, and I will try to make some molds in the future, because apparently you like my choices. Yes, they're really big. They're really big. And of course, they are food quality approved as well. So if you need cake decoration with the big gears, here you have, or the schools. All of them can be used for cake decorating and making chocolates. Oh, just imagine those chocolates in the shape of the bird schools for Halloween. Oh, that would be so cool. Gear cookies. Yeah. We are thinking the same way. For everything, I just use 2-ingredient fast curing casting resin. So it looks like plastic. And it's a 2-ingredient resin that is in different variations on the market. And just check if the clear one usually dries longer and the white or ivory one usually dries quicker. Mine is drying in about 20 minutes. Oh, quick set resin. Yes, exactly. So we finished with embellishments. Steampunk catering. Nuneka has a great idea for the business. I think this would be so good. Steampunk catering. I can see my future. Steampunk catering. Wow. I knew there is a reason why Nunu is one of my brand ambassadors. She's going to rock this world completely. Yeah. Of course, when you use them for food, you should not be using them for art, right? So this is one of the important things. You should not mix that up. If you want to use them for food first, then you can use them for art. But once you start using clays or resin, don't put any kind of food in that again, because that potentially may be harmful. So that would be common sense. But they work both ways. So let's look at the new thing. Here in the right corner, there are new colors of the matte wax. We had matte waxes before. We had rusty waxes and patina waxes. And now I wanted to add some of the pastel colors. Pastel colors which are going to work the same way. And matte wax is a little bit like antiquing product with a twist. And these ones have very creamy consistency. And they are shabby in colors. And after drying, they're of course permanent and completely waterproof as well. so you don't have to worry that they need any kind of sealer. I started on the left with the color which is called Shabby Pink. Then the next one is French Lavender. And now I need a baby wipe because I have limited number of fingers. Then there's Sage Leaves, which is pastel green. Yeah. They change the color slightly when they are drying. I will show you the dried version as well. And then Faded Denim, which is probably the darkest of them all, but has beautiful denim tone. It gets darker after drying slightly, but they are all very beautiful colors. So after drying, this is the Sage Leaf. I just put it on the mold. It's very similar, but this is French Lavender. You can see it changes a little bit more into purple because it seems to be more blue when it's wet, but after drying it turns a little bit more purple. Then this girl is covered with glitter for some reason and with Shabby Pink. Yeah, delicate pastel colors. And then this one is denim, the Faded Denim. So this one is going to be like this. So these ones you can use for adding antiquing, like dirty touches or just matte touches to your project. If you like to use matte finish, they will be your best friends, and they have all the qualities of the waxes. I know some people absolutely love waxes, so this is product for them. When I was making the samples, I usually rub off part of the wax to reveal the undertones. So this was sprayed with the shade of emerald green, and then I used the sage wax on the top to add this antiquing effect. You can see how this was done. This one was sprayed with some kind of purple and denim, and then I was adding denim tones as highlights on the top, so you can see that in some parts of that project. However, it looks very dark because the spray was very dark. This one is finished with French Lavender. You can see all these touches here, and of course I removed a bit from the moon, so it has some details visible. So this wax is the same formula as our previous waxes in matte finish. And here on that moon you can see Shabby Pink. The background was very strong fuchsia, but I toned it down with this delicate Shabby Pink. So these are first products in the color line we have this time. We have pastes, we have waxes, and we have flakes. So that is something that hopefully is going to make you happy. And these waxes are going to be permanent after drying. Of course, they're going to be waterproof like all of the waxes, and they're just add-on to our matte waxes color range. And I also suggested the change in the packaging, so now the color is here. So when we close we start folding the tube, you can see the color on the top. That was my thinking. And you can see these are the samples I made for the packaging. So just like a side note, they really exist. Thank you, Antonio. So these 4 waxes are really cute. There will be some colors coming in the future as well, but step by step, we don't need to have everything at one time. So these were done some time ago, and now they are permanent. It's really hard to rub off. All of these are permanent finishes. Okay. I'm really excited about the purple, to be honest, and the sage. I love the blue, of course, but there's something about this purple I absolutely adore. Of course, course, when you're applying the waxes, remember to apply them on something matte so they stick better. So if you are working with different products and you want to just use them for coloring, it's good to start with gesso. Okay? So I will just show you closer look at the colors and the name. Sage leaves, shabby pink, French lavender, faded denim, all of them in 20 milliliter tubes. Okay. That is the, whoops. Do they say this the same on black? Yes, they are matte. Let's see if we have black paper here. I have some black packaging. Oh no, I have something even better. I have a chalkboard exercise book I never use, and there is space, so we can compare. They're matte finish, so matte and opaque at the same time. You may feel they are sometimes a little bit gritty, but this is just the concentration of the pigment. You just need to rub it in. So that's why when you apply on the palette, when you apply with the wax, with the brush, it is rubbing in anyway. Like chalk. It's like chalk. That was a very good question. Thank you so much for asking, because I got so excited. I was ready to go to the next item. Yeah. Yes, they have the same scent as before. All of the waxes smell a little bit like vanilla. Yes, Cherry Dapple. This is Primo Marketing, located in Chino, California. So you can buy them. Most likely, it is the easiest to buy them in United States. Right? So that is the thing that works for metallic waxes, they are covering, and for the matte waxes, because other ranges, they work differently. This one is opaque and covering matte. Yeah, so let's look at this next group of products. And there are something that it is maybe not a novelty on the market, but something that I was looking to get into the range for a long time. So metallic flakes, they're perfect for mixed media, and we are starting with very classical set of colors, but if they're going to be popular, it's very likely we're going to add some extra colors, and to go with that is gilding glue. So the glue that helps you attach these to your projects. Some of you probably never worked with the metallic flakes because they are more like from home decor world or decoupage world, but some of you know them really well. These are items which are adding real metallic finish to your project, and also what is important, they have amazing shine. So when it comes to these, we have solid colors. So we have copper, silver, and gold. That is simple. And then we made some mixes as well. So there's steampunk, so mix of the three. There is sparkling, so silver with gold. And then there is vintage, which is gold with copper. So if you just want to play a little bit, maybe you want to buy a set which is mixed because you have more of colors in one jar. While you can also do this way, that you have 3 jars and just mix by yourself. We give you the choice. And if you are wondering how these look like, there will be beautiful samples coming from my design team. Check us on Monday especially, but also starting from Monday, they are coming on the blog, on the website. Here's one of the examples of the metallic flakes on the top of embellishments, applied in a very careless and grungy way to create more like a splatter of metal. And these are really easy to use. I will explain everything in a moment. And there is combination of the copper and gold on this one, on the top of molds. Simply, they were just molds, so you can apply them perfectly or imperfectly. This was imperfect, just like random accent. And this is one of my favorite combinations. This is silver with gold and silver on the top of the blue. So this is a little bit colder tones. And this is a very careless application, but to make it look a little bit more finished, you just need to wait a little bit longer and be less careless. And I was decorating this school with the combination of the 3 colors. It is just perfectly metallic. And now the question is how to apply it, right? And this is the item that needs to have very sticky, very tacky glue. And if you don't have experience with the metal flakes, I decided to bring the glue which is going to be perfect. It's called gilding glue. Don't look at the spelling mistake. Somebody wrote gliding glue, which is different, but it's gilding glue. And when you buy this item, if you are a newbie, just read the description on the packaging, because it is really easily explained how to apply it. The crucial thing is to wait until the glue is drying and it's getting tacky. So I will show you how you can do it. Let's take another element, maybe a bird school, right? This one. Gilding glue, yeah. So let's take this one and let's make it copper, okay? Just single color to make sure how it works. The easiest way is to start with a bit of gesso, of course. So gesso is going to be making this surface matte. I will take this little mat here, so you will see how easy it is to use it, okay? I'm just going to put quick coat of, let's say, clear wax. In case, because this is almost like plastic, and plastic sometimes is not great for painting, gesso is going to turn it matte. This is clear gesso, very quick coat. For safety reasons, this is going to work pretty well. And of course you can dry it with the heat gun. So far, simple. Okay. Step 1, prepare the surface. If you do it on paper, you don't have to do that. Now, drying. Yes, exactly. This is 80 milliliters, so it's quite a lot of glue. You should be fine for a lot of nice projects. Okay, that was quick drying. Now, we need to apply the glue. I was using that. I'm not sure if it's not clogged, so I will take the needle first. But you will see this glue is very, very sticky. This is the natural thing. Look, my fingers are already sticking. So this is why it's great for this technique, because you can easily attach the flakes on the top of that. Universal tool for cleaning everything. The needle. Then you need a piece of palette or just a bit of the mat. You will feel this is good glue very quickly. And now I take the brush and I apply it on the skull. And if something is not going to be perfect in the first application, you can reapply. So, you know, it is not always easy to get into all details, especially this skull has this nose holes, so that may be a problem. When you work on something which is not white, you will see that glue, when it's drying, it's turning transparent. This is almost white, so you don't see it. But you take your heat gun and you dry. And you dry. Give it like a moment and don't make bubbles, right? Because we don't need bubbles, we just want it to dry. You can check with your finger. I think it's still a little bit wet, but you can see how tacky it is. It's sticking to my finger. You can just let it also dry naturally, of course. But we are speeding up. Then it's good to have a soft brush because it will help us to get rid of the excess. Okay, it's dry, but it feels tacky. Perfect. So it wasn't taking too long. Then you open the jar and you don't sneeze or cough and you don't use air conditioning at this point because it will be terrible. And you start sticking these bits and pieces on the top of your item. And of course there will be some leftovers, and of course if you have dirty fingers like me, you will be sorry. But because of the tackiness of the glue, you have quite a lot of time to work on it. And you take your flakes and you press it and tap it. For some time it will look a bit wonky because nobody knows what is happening, but it's normal. If you missed a spot, you will see it and then you can reapply the glue in the second round because sometimes it is not possible to see right away. I'm trying to push it inside of the eyes as well because it's dimensional. I remember when I was making the first skull, I forgot about inside of the eyes and then I had to reapply. So now I'm trying to do it now. So this process I'm showing you now, it's all explained on the glue packaging as well. If you want to use your own glue, make sure it is super tacky, but it's good to make some experiments first because you never know what will be the reaction. So I would say don't try on your ready project, just do some experiments first to see if the glue that you have at home is doing the job the way you like. And then you can tap off and brush off the excess, and you can check if there are any places, for example here, right? I could apply a little bit more glue and inside of the eyes. But this would be the result. Yeah, and this is ready. Of course, I could clean it a bit better. But soft brush is helping you to go everywhere. So this is very simple, very, very rewarding technique. Now I can go in here, inside of the eyes, fill the empty gaps. And it is real metal shine. So it's going to be amazing focal point. And of course, you can create backgrounds like that. It's not just for elements. You can cover the whole surfaces with the flakes, and that is going to work really well. So these are the flakes, which are real metal flakes for decorating purposes. And of course, we have them in different sizes. Sorry, sizes, colors. Sizes as well, inside of the jar. So that is an easy way. Can we use, oh sorry, that was too quick. Can we use matte waxes on the top of the flakes or liquid acrylics? Yes, but they have to be completely dry. And once they are dry, you can, because this is the surface which is slightly slippery, but it is going to work. Of course, you may need to apply step by step. We've got some patina green. And let's say you want to rub some of the patina. And with one rubbing, it is going to go like half matte. And if you want to go to more covering version, you would need to just rub 2 coats instead. Yep. Yes, they are sealed you can seal them with anything that is going to be transparent and suitable for metallic finishes. So if you're making a collage project on your wall, you don't need to seal them because it's going to be permanent finish. You'd have to really come and scratch it with a nail or something to remove it. But if you're doing for furniture, you should be using suitable suitable varnishes, and that is going to work. So water-based transparent varnish. If you're going to use matte, however, the sheen is going to be lost. Remember, so if you want to keep the sheen, you have to use the glossy finish, because metallic is going to go flat because of that. Right? Makes sense? And the last but not least, I have to just clean my fingers, because if I will touch something now, it's going to be either in flakes, or you can see the flakes even stick to your skin very well. Some people do it on the nails as well, I heard. Oh, almost. I can see how strong this glue is. I have to really fight with it to take it off my skin. And as I told you, if the first application is not perfect, you reapply, you just put the elements in the missing parts, and it is done. So, you know, yeah. The glue is water-based, but it's permanent after drying. So you can, now I'm struggling to clean my mat. It's very strong glue, you guys, okay? Very good one. You can also use it for adding some embellishments for sure. Like, surely. Okay. Now, the last but not least, something that I showed you already. These backgrounds are made with new pastes, and the paste range is called Jewel Paste. And we have beautiful 6 colors, 6 colors of the paste. So you can see them here. There is black with gold, then there is orange or copper with pink, and then silver and blue. I will show you them in real life, of course. And This is the blue one called Blue Opals. It's the range is called the jewel effect paste because they really look like crushed jewels. And it is absolutely beautiful, metallic with glitter and texture at the same time. So if you're wondering what is the consistency, they're very creamy. They're cousins of icing paste, but they have the lovely grit and they also have amazing sheen. Right? So they are for textures, and if you're going to use them with stencils, remember, because they have this gritty finish, you need to pick the stencils which are going to have larger designs, not too detailed, because it may be hard to get the beautiful elements visible. So it's better to take the larger ones. So this was Blue Opals. Maybe I will just keep them all open so you can see. The silver one, they call this Diamond Rings. Diamond Rings is amazing. So I'm trying to show you a bit of that. Beautiful, shimmery, with a lot of glitter and texture inside. So think about the colors that you really have on your wish list because they are beautiful. So these are the colors I used here. There is a silver one and this is the blue. Blue Opals has slightly undertone of purple in it as well. So it also has some green tones coming from iridescent mica. So it's really rich and really multi-dimensional color. Now, to match to that, we've got onyx, sparkling onyx, which is black. And this black is shimmering with silver. And that is something that many people had on the wish list. And tomorrow I'm going to work during the live stream for my patrons, and we are supposed to do Gothic box. And of course, onyx paste has to be included in that. Absolutely beautiful, shimmering black and silver texture. So sparkling onyx, oh, just look, even on the baby wipe, it looks beautiful. So this is permanent paste based on gel medium, so completely flexible after drying, something that you can dilute with water if you would like to make it into texture paint, for example. And if you want to keep it fresh, for example, you are worried that it's going to get thicker, you can use liquid color fluid medium to make it fresh and more liquid. So this is good base for that. And let's look on the other colors. We've got rose quartz, absolutely amazing, with pink iridescent glitters, some silvers, and it is such a rich paste that it's even hard to describe what is inside. There is a lot, and it's combination of the texture, combination of the gel, mica powder and glitters, so they look like crushed jewels, and that's why it's jewel effect based. I'm not sure if you can see everything, but there are tiny particles of glitter in pink, red and silver as well, so huge wow. And then we have this one, which is absolutely amazing, crushed amber, which is rich copper amber tone. It's not red, it is more orange than red, but that leaves the doors open, of course. And this one has beautiful golden and silver bits of glitter inside. Just showing you. Yeah, they look like some kind of crushed candy as well. Very steampunk, exactly. So that is this one, crushed amber. And finally, golden dust. But this golden dust is not very vintage gold. It's more closer to white gold, something between white gold and yellow gold. So more neutral. So with beautiful shimmering gold pieces inside. Well, I'm just showing you, right? This is my job. I'm explaining. I will be playing with that tomorrow. I'm not sure what about you, but this is my plan for tomorrow for the class with my patrons. So you can see this is gold. After drying, this is onyx. It's one of my larger stencils, so they're really clearly visible in combination with the flakes. So this is very shiny sample. And this is combination of the rose quartz, and crushed amber. Oh, I also embellished my nails with flakes. Right? So after drying, they don't really change the color. They just get permanent, gritty, and textured. Yeah, and I hope this release will make every kind of person happy, because there is something for people who love romantic and something for people who love a little bit more edgy, and something which is a little bit on the darker side, a little bit more grungy, a little bit more shiny, something for everyone. And there are no paints this time, but the previous release of the liquid acrylics and all the metallic paints and impasto, they're perfect match to go with these products. So you have plenty of color to play with. You don't need new paints for now. It's more playing with the pastes and flakes, and with some new mold designs, so you have elements you can use for construction of your elements of your projects. You know, I know this is after Christmas, but I think some of you will need to make a wish list. You love the blue. Oh, it's a really special blue. Look how many tones it has in it. Have you got any questions about these? Because Sharon told me to tell you everything. And as I promised, now we are going to show a lot of projects coming with the new products. And of course you can expect a lot of inspiration. But maybe you would like to know more. And I have to tell you that on Monday we will be talking with my design team about these products. My design team members, some of them, they agreed to come for a Zoom call. We are going to chat about our favorite products from the release. They're going to show you some of their samples that they made, and they can give you some tips what they really like about the products. So there will be like more in-depth look at the range and what you can do with them. I have some samples ready, as you could see, but I also have something I made, and I'm going to make more. So get ready for a lot of inspiration. And it will be really shiny, shiny release. So my fingers will be full of glitter and paste and metal flakes. If you're wondering about these pastes, the closest cousin to them would be probably icing paste crossed with sand paste, but not exactly, because the super tiny details of glitter are changing that into still a different animal, and something that is really giving very rich and very striking effect on your project. The new paste can be used in molds like ribbon molds. I guess yes, but remember this is gritty paste, so that means it's not going to be so detailed as the icing paste. Icing paste was super creamy, so it was going everywhere. If you have really a detailed mold, this grit will make some interesting imperfections. Because this is flexible after drying in a very similar way, it is going to come out of the mold, it's going to be elastic, but it will be with those imperfections. Remember, that is something which you have to experiment with, because some of the details of the design may be lost. You are happy about the molds. I'm glad, because yeah, they're really cool. They are cool. And if you have any questions, as I was explaining in the beginning, there is going to be large post on Finnabair website, Finnabair blog, and today we are going to show the colored products, so you will going to see all the pastes and metal flakes and waxes, and there will be the product numbers as well if you are interested in having all this in one place. So you can pin it to your Pinterest, or you can print it out so you know which colors are in the range. And tomorrow we are going to focus on the embellishments and the molds. So again, you will have a graphic with everything in one place, so you can easily find the numbers of the item and the names of the item. And of course, now once I will clean the table, I will also post officially the new sneak peeks of the product, well, the release of the products on my stories on Instagram. And there will be well, from now on we can show everything, so this is really great. Cut. Yeah, so if you would like to see more, my patrons are invited tomorrow. We are going to play with the dark tones and some schools, I think, because we need to do gothic box. So of course it's going to be black and with shimmer and all these amazing results. And on Monday we're going to talk about different favorite products as well, so you can come and watch me discussing the details with my design team. And it's going to be at 2 hours before now, so it's going to be 7 p.m. of British time, 8 p.m. Central European time, 11 in the morning, 11 a.m. for Eastern time, which equals to, no, sorry, 1 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Pacific time. I am not really great with the time zones, but there will be event. Ah, the cat made my appearance. Okay, it's probably Yaga. She is very friendly. And Mishkin is sleeping here. I can see him behind my brushes. So thank you very much for watching. Can the paste apply on dark supports? Yes. They are covering, so they look absolutely great on the black surface. Yes, 9 p.m. Greek time. Vasilis is absolutely right. Oh, sorry, it's 2 p.m. Eastern time. Oops. I usually use the online converter. Oh, Mishkin is here. He's hiding. Wait. If you love him, he's here. Let's try. Meshkin. And here's Yaga. Hello, Yagunyo. Here they are, hiding a little bit. Meshkinko. Yeah. So, saying my goodbyes from the studio, and 2 cats were here assisting. Jaguniu, no chodź. So that is moment when, yeah, I'm not sure which cat you spotted. I think Yaga was here. So, goodbye everybody. And of course, share this video with your friends or with your customers. Share it with everybody. Put it on the Pinterest. Put it wherever you like to keep it, because this may be useful for the future. And I will try to download that, and over the weekend, hopefully maybe Monday, I will be trying to upload the replay on YouTube as well, so you can share it with your friends through YouTube as well. Your wallet is crying. Thank you. On behalf of the cats, I am saying a huge thank you. Yes, they're kind of handsome, especially Meshkin is a handsome boy. Yaga is super sweet girl. And I really appreciate that I can spend so much time with them now. And huge thanks to Sharon. She was here and helping all the way. She knows everything about the releases, so she can give you some information about the product numbers as well. But check out the graphics we prepared, and you will see the numbers of the items, the names of the items, because sometimes it's hard to just recall the names quickly, and that may be helpful. So I really encourage you to download these images or to pin them somewhere for the future and use them for the reference. Yep. I'm really glad I could help. Thank you very much. And of course, I'm so excited and grateful you are like my new art babies. I just need to know now which item, which things you like the most. Dobranoc. So I'm waiting for the comments. Later you can let me know which ones you made you the most excited. Bye everybody. Have a wonderful rest of the day or night. Thank you, Leonor. Thank you. The molds. Okay. I'm glad. Yay! Everything.